Hey campers, Keegs here, letting you all know that this week we are excited to announce the launching of our Patreon. You can find us on Patreon at Tales from the Campfire Podcast. By subscribing, you will have instant access to our raw scripts, behind the scenes content, early episode access, and bonus episodes. In this week's bonus episode, Kev, Ruth, and I share some of our ghost stories. Thanks, guys, and enjoy this week's main episode, Strange Chernobyl, beginning now.
Hello, campers, and this is Tales from the Campfire Podcast.
All right, Keegan. Well, first, check out my beer koozie. It's like my creature from the Black Lagoon hand. What do you think?
It's pretty cool.
It looks like it's my hand, but it's not.
Turn it more towards me. Oh, yeah. Your fingers go inside the fingers, or is it just open inside?
See that? It's like a little... Ooh, it look like my fingers disappear, and those are now my fingers.
Do your fingers get all sweaty?
They kind of do. It's plastic. But Keegan, take us into battle.
I am one of your camp counselors, Keegs. I am joined by Kev.
What up?
And Manny.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
Kevin also goes by Kev. I also go by Keegs or Keegan. Manny goes by Manny. Or
Manny. Manny much moosin'.
He goes by Man. That's his short one.
What's up, man?
Yeah, it's Emmanuel the Manny Man.
Yep. I'm going to call you Man. What's up, man?
That's my cholo name. Maine.
That's my street name.
Mine. With a G.
And if you really have a problem pronouncing it, you can call me Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. We are here to tell you tales of the creepy, the weird, and the highly strange. This week, we will be talking about the high strangeness of Chernobyl. We decided to... So last week, we recorded 2 episodes. And we decided to put off the second episode as maybe like a future episode, or... I don't know, a backup episode, something like that, because of what's unfolded this week in not our country, but in a friendly country known as Ukraine. Unless you're living under a rock, you know what I'm talking about. We here at the Campfire Podcast, or Tales from the Campfire Podcast to our friends, we are...
We're going to stand in solidarity.
There you go. That's what I was trying to say.
With the Ukraine, because no friendly country, especially one that just signed the want to be part of the European team, deserves to go through what's going on right now.
Right.
And Putin should be scared.
Yeah, getting mad at a neighboring country for wanting to join NATO. In my mind, that's like burning down your neighbor's house because they want to join the HOA. Like, you might disagree with it, but go fuck yourself. He's just wanting to bring the fucking Soviet Union back. But that's why we decided to go with Chernobyl, is because a lot of people don't realize that Chernobyl is actually not Russian. It is in the Ukraine, even though it was funded and started and all that by the Soviets. Nowadays, it resides in what is Ukraine. And there's not a whole lot of creepy and weird that happens in Ukraine.
Are you sure? There's a lot of creepy and weird that happens in
about
Ukraine.
that? Chernobyl seemed like an easy option for a last-minute script.
Oh, yeah.
I heard a lot of people, especially the Russians, have been seeing a ghost during the day. Had to do it.
Did it have to do with something about around Kyiv?
Yeah, actually.
A little flying ghost.
Oh, yeah. Little spooky bastard.
Yeah. So this is us representing our solidarity, as you put it, with Ukraine and the plight that they are going through right now. Fuck Putin. Seriously.
Oh, dick-nosed bastard.
Yeah, fucking a weasel. So yeah, the second episode we recorded last week will be out at some point, whether here or on Patreon, or if we need to put one up because, I don't know, someone got fucking COVID. We'll put it up then. COVID again. Manny got sick this week. We were worried he wasn't going to make it because he had a little bit of tummy rumbles.
I
had a little bit of the intestinal viral something that made me poops a lot.
Some Montezuma's revenge.
You need to tell us about the fart.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We've seen messages about it, but I haven't seen, haven't heard the actual tale of said blast.
All I know is that I gassed the house like it was in the war in Ukraine right now.
No. Yeah, you can't start there. You got to start with the preceding hour of that me and Kevin heard about from our ladies.
Oh, shit. So it all started by me getting sick.
Okay.
And then as the sickness unraveled, I guess I should say, nausea went into vomiting, went into diarrhea, and then there was a period of peace where it was just nausea and me trying to sleep.
The eye of the storm.
And during this, I would just get a lot of stomach cramps, and you know that gurgly gut that you get,
The bubble gut.
like where you're like, I don't know.
You can feel the air moving up into you.
Like you can feel it moving around. You're like, I'm probably gonna have to go to the bathroom here again pretty soon.
Yeah.
So like every time I would get that feeling, I would get up, try to go to the bathroom. Nothing would happen. So I'm like, all right. So I would stand up, go back to try to get some sleep. And I would have that whole situation again, to the point where at one point I could feel and see my stomach expanding. Like,
Wow.
like it looked like I had drank like a full 24 pack by myself.
Bloated.
Just heavily bloated. And I'm like, I don't know if my gallbladder just ruptured or what's going on, because it just felt like it was just a knife slowly going into my stomach. And so I messaged Bailey, my girlfriend, wifey, and she let her know that I may need to go to the hospital because I wasn't sure what was going on.
Right.
So while I was laying there in pain, trying to figure out what the fuck I was going to do, having the sweats, I felt like I needed to go to the bathroom. And as I moved to get up, all I felt was, and that was like 20
like an air compressor being released.
Like a slow leak.
Yeah, like I popped my stomach had punctured, a roll of the Michelin Man belly there, and it just I felt like it was a 20-minute release, just ongoing. The cat like hid in the closet.
Was it borderline like orgasmic?
It was very, very satisfying once it happened.
I kind of had like a similar experience, except I was at work. Not the current job, when I was working at Knott's Berry Farm. Like first thing in the morning, I chugged like an energy drink or like a pre-workout or something like that. And you know what caffeine does to a person in the morning? Yeah. You got to take a massive power dump. So like
that was my nickname in high school.
Massive power dump.
So like I hopped in the golf cart because we were already on our like we're building a venue, and I forget which one we were working on at the time, but I drove all the way back to like the main backstage area we called the crow's nest. And there's a dude in there mopping, and I sit down on the toilet, and it was only like a fucking giant fart. But then it's like, resonating inside a bowl, so it's like even louder. So there's no way in hell I'm hiding this from the dude that's mopping in there. And the worst part is, like, I was anticipating a big ass shit. So I kind of sighed. I was like, damn, I just came all the way over here for a fart. Something I could have done there. So I just go, oh. And you just hear the guy go, yeah, man, I hate it when that happens too. And I was like, who the fuck asked? Like, why are you talking to me?
You should have looked at him and been like, was that you?
The thing I did want to say is I want to say thank you to Ashley Fernandez for making that really cool plaque. I don't know.
That thing was pretty rad. I want one too.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. I wish someday we're going to have a studio where we can display it.
Yep.
And I think I told you someday it's going to go on our booth. It's just fucking cool, dude.
I want to put one in my house. Tell me how much it is. I'll pay you.
She is currently, I think, our biggest fan. She's
Nice.
very supportive of what we're doing here. And
Well, I'm looking
Thank
forward
you,
to
Ashley.
meet Ashley then.
Yeah, once we get our shirts, we're going to send her one.
Yeah.
there you go.
Absolutely.
She's a crafter, you know. She's got the glow forge, she's got the Cricut, she's got all that kind of stuff, and she's
Nice.
really good at what she does. So
Two things I want. I see how it is, Ashley. I get it.
Oh, the Glowforge. Oh,
Those
she's
things are
also
so sick.
a photographer. She's a very good photographer.
Nice.
If you guys are wondering what we're talking about, head over to our Instagram page. I posted a picture of the plaque, and go over and give Ashley some love on her pages because God knows she deserves it. So
I do know. You don't have to like.
rubbing your fucking face.
You don't have to like address me in such a way.
Listen here. I'll address you. however
Nice.
I
I'll tell you what.
I will tell you what's being
feel. Tell
addressed.
you what.
I'll tell you what's. I don't know.
So
You'll-
last week we talked about the booms that were heard in our area. I just want to follow up on that.
it was Manny.
It was me. It was definitely.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was tracked
Manny.
him down. It was Manny the whole time, shaking his house.
Farting.
It wasn't
Yes.
Tannerite. It was Mannerite.
It was me with a lighter.
Yeah, so following up on that, I was watching a channel called, I hate admitting that I watched this. I love it though. Secure Team 10. He's a UFO YouTuber.
I shouldn't even laugh because I'm in a podcast for cryptids. So.
Right. Cryptids for now. We're going to get to UFOs at some point.
Oh, I almost lost my mic there. I should tighten this up.
I put a book under mine at home because I have a lip on. So
I don't just read books. I use them for other things too.
You go there, he's got the plaque underneath.
the plaque's under. That's fucked up. Thanks, Ashley. Hold my mic up now. No, thank you very much.
I love
The plaque
this fucking thing. It works
plaque
great for my mic
is centered
stand.
on my desktop, so I can look at it while I'm editing and go, "That's why I'm doing it."
It holds things down.
It's not a great paperweight.
What's this thing actually do though?
So the booms have also been heard recently in New Jersey and East Texas, which is kind of weird that it's not just happening here. But the thing is Texas also blamed it on Tannerite, just like we did. New Jersey, they're like, we don't know what the fuck is going on.
New Jersey's New Jersey.
They don't.
But
even-
here's the thing, though. If they hear a weird sound they've never heard before and they're scared, you should be scared.
Yeah, right.
People in New Jersey don't get scared of shit. You
that's
see
like-
where they live?
This is from NewJersey.com. Officials have been unable to confirm the source of the mysterious booms and vibrations that were reported from many people across southern and central New Jersey Tuesday afternoon.
It was Snooky.
No earthquakes detected.
Shaking that ass.
They contacted the local military base. The military base is like, nah, bro, no, it wasn't us.
It's not
It's
that.
not us.
We don't even have guns.
Yeah, and then like I said, Texas blamed it on probably Tannerite, much like we did. But it's strange that it's being heard from Oregon to Texas to New Jersey.
It's heading south.
Actually, backwards because these articles are from a few weeks ago. So
Oh.
Hey, I wonder if they're just Starlink satellites. They're falling. You know, they had to get to Ukraine somehow.
I was going to say, you know who's got really good internet right now?
Ukraine,
Ukraine. Yeah,
they got something at least.
Well, no, because, I mean, high five to Elon for that friggin' poggers move right there. It's just like, you know what? Because they tried to get rid of your internet, let's give you the best internet possible. Like, how much of a champ do you have to be to do a move like that?
Yeah.
Like, good on you, dude.
Yeah. Well,
hell yeah.
I've always stood by Elon because he's really for the advancement of the human race.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bit like a fucking
he's a mad scientist.
He
absolutely is.
He wants us to be clean energy, fucking peace on earth, and the next world. And a lot of people don't like him. I like him. I'll stand by him. So yeah, we'll continue to track the mysterious booms across the U.S. and report it to all of you, our loyal followers.
Back to you, Jan.
See, you got me doing it now. Just burping right into the fucking mic.
Just do it. You're the editor. You do what you want with it.
It's staying in, though, right? It's going into.
I know.
This has to go in now.
Yeah.
And then our next story: when police officers in Orem, Utah, pulled over Victor Chavez Zuniga, I think that's how you say it, 27, for a broken headlight on February 9th, they discovered that he had several outstanding warrants. The smoking gun reported. As a result, they searched him and found something extra in his wallet. A severed finger in a cloth wrap, which had appeared to be pus and blood on it, and was beginning to turn green, and the fingernail appeared to be decayed. Officer Bryce Mondragon also noted a foul smell. Unfortunately, the mystery lives on. The court filing does not say who the finger belonged to or why Chavez had it, but he was held on a charge of desecration of a dead human body, among other charges.
Here's my
Was
question:
he missing a finger?
How
I'm
How
assuming
do you
not.
carry
that seems like a pretty
around-
open and closed case right there.
How do you carry around a finger in your wallet, right? So it's in your wallet,
Yeah.
and it's on you. It said it was decaying, so it's got to smell like bad. Because that's rotting flesh in your pocket,
Why in your wallet?
right? So then, like, you walk around with this thing, and people have to say something. It's not like just, that is a great aroma coming from you today. What's it called? Essence of phalange, you bitch. Like, how does no one think of that? Like, it's like, why do you smell all the time?
Perfume of Frank, my cousin Frank.
Is that
Was a fingernail delight.
Ugh.
is that Ode the Nail?
Oh, Danielle.
Phalange toilette.
But that's what. It's
Just
one thing.
Digit Dracar.
I would be appalled still. I'll use the word appalled. I would be appalled still if he just had like a finger in his pocket, right? But he had a finger in his wallet. And I know that if I put like one too many credit cards in my wallet, it becomes the most uncomfortable thing in the world.
There's been
This
like
motherfucker
sitting
had
on
a-
this thing.
He had a finger in his wallet, just sitting on it, driving down the road, like, oh, why does my back hurt? Oh,
Literally
it's the
handing
finger.
out cash that they that thing was touching.
Oh,
Just imagine that. Like, you get like a $1 bill with like pus and blood all over it.
oh.
He's like, "What's this from?" My cat threw up this morning. Deal with it.
That's, you just roll with it at that point. What's this
Yeah.
from? Oh, the finger in my wallet.
Why is this?
Oh, I mean, you've heard of that one bar. There's a bar. I have to remember where it is, but they have something called the toe shot. And literally, it's a mummified toe in a shot glass, and you're supposed to, like, when you take the shot, the toe's got to touch your lip.
Ew.
But no, it gets worse.
Maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe he was just gonna make some tequila later.
But no, it gets
a whole new
gets
theory
worse.
to the worm.
You get, I think they said you get like there's like
Dysentery.
you get good luck or something like that if you grab the toe and then squeeze the alcohol out of the toe and drink that.
That's fucking sick, dude.
But like, there's a bar that does this.
Where is this legal?
I have to remember. Like, let me look this up. I will give you an exact location, but I remember seeing a thing on that.
The toe of Tutankhamun.
While he's looking this up, I just want to know, Ashley, who we mentioned earlier, was texting me earlier, and she said that we need to make merch that says that was a crooked 20 yards, because I guess at some point I'll put it in here. 20 odd yards away, I stopped, panting slightly. Wait, she just ran 20 yards and couldn't breathe anymore?
Someone needs to stop smoking.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
They're drunk, dude. That was a fucking crooked 20 yards.
That was a crooked 20 yards.
But look, not only did I find the drink, but I found pictures of the drink with the toe in it. It's just a shot of whiskey with a severed toe in it.
Whose toe is it?
That's the thing is I've heard.
Send me that picture.
I've heard stories.
For research purposes.
I will. I've heard stories that like belonged to like a woman, and it got taken off by like a lawnmower.
It's Alaska.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's ringing a bell now.
No, it's Yukon, Canada.
It's close enough.
Close enough.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's Yukon, Canada. Yeah, it's what do they call it? The sour toe cocktail is what they call it.
Would you do it?
Yes.
I'd probably do it. I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's been soaking in alcohol. It's the cleanest thing.
No.
No?
No.
Well, I mean, people have been doing it forever. So, I mean, it's got to be all rinsed out of that gross.
Yeah, but like imagine what are they doing to wash it?
Well, they probably store it in alcohol.
It's still like
It's a
alcohol is high sugar content.
Well, it's a disinfectant, too.
Yeah, isopropyl alcohol is a disinfectant. You don't see people pouring beer on their wounds.
No, definitely not beer. That's too low alcohol content.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Like whiskey,
Take shots of whiskey when I
cognac.
have a sore throat. And it works.
I mean, if
great.
it was like a bourbon, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, dude, speaking of which, I used to drink this stuff called Barenjäger, and it's a German drink, and it's literally just straight alcohol, but it's like there's a ton of honey used to make it. So you put it in the freezer when you're sick, and you just drink a whole bottle of that, and you're like 100% the next day.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I've done that so many times. That stuff is great, especially when you put it in the freezer. It turns into a syrup because there's like, alcohol and honey in it, obviously. So it legitimately turns into a syrup, and it's so good. It tastes so good. Love it.
I do Jaeger because Jaeger, when you leave in the freezer for a few days, it turns into syrup.
Mhm.
So it's basically cough syrup, and it
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
like cough syrup, but it just like coats your throat.
Mhm.
Oh, and you get a little, slosh and feeling good even though you're sick.
Well, that's the same with the Barenjäger. That's love it.
Let's play some.
Cryptid Wiki?
Yeah, let's do some Cryptid Wiki.
You do the theme song.
I don't have a Cryptid Wiki theme song.
Do the
Our theme song?
no, the other one. There it is. Cryptid Wiki.
Let's play Cryptid Wiki.
Perfect. See that? That's perfect.
Works
Okay, well, I
great.
guess that's staying on the soundboard now.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Absolutely.
Stock one. All right, Kevin,
Yeah.
pick a number between 1 and 26.
Boy, 26.
Oh.
I'm going to go with 21.
21.
21?
That would be letter U.
You stupid.
Hey, if we're doing U for the Ukraine, we could do the Crimean creature.
Oh, my goodness. It's almost like I knew.
What? Crimean creature?
Yeah. From the Ukraine. The forest of Yalta.
Fuck yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you got it up.
Yeah,
Read it.
you sound like an expert on this. You
Now
get it going.
let's hear it. U for Ukraine because Ukraine's
Yes.
better than Russia.
In every way, even their penis sizes.
Oh, shit. Damn. that got
Let's see how
personal
much
real
is
quick.
on here.
Well, I mean, look at the size of the rocket. Then you have to understand they're compensating for something. So.
It spells bad news for Elon. He's still a good guy. We still love Elon.
Elon's got a massive, massive
So
schlong.
big, he put the word fuck in it. It's the big fucking rocket.
If you pull up the Cryptid Wiki
Okay.
on yours, it's Crimean creature from the forest of Yalta. It is a humanoid creature, possibly a Mechani, first seen in 2011. The man said to have captured the video in the forest of Yalta. The video depicts an
How do you-
apparently bipedal, covered long brown hair creature So it is basically the Yalton Yeti.
No shit.
Hell yeah.
What part of the... I don't even know what Ukraine looks like. I know it's kind of like flat with rolling hills. Do they have like
beautiful with
Well, if you look up the cryptid wiki on your laptop,
Is it C or is it K?
C Crimean,
See, I was looking for a CH.
24 miles from the nearest sea, and that would be Rule.
A Mechany? Did you already read that part?
The Mechany, yeah, possibly a Mechany.
Oh yeah, Mechany is a Bigfoot. Okay.
Are humanoid cryptids from Russia and western Siberia. Its name derived from Mansi Ab Ugrik, the nickname for an individual meaning the marked one, and referring to its white forearm. The Mechany is considered a species of marked humanoids, or Bigfoot-like hominids, said to inhabit subarctic regions of North America, Asia, Siberia, Europe, that, I don't know what the fuck that word is, that bear piebald patches of fur markings. So it's like they have just bald spots all over the spot.
What's that thing that dogs get?
Mange?
Yeah, so they're mangy.
Mangy Bigfoots?
Did it say what color they are?
So it's got like a white white bit
White's-
on his arm or something like
Yeah.
that.
2-inch red brown hair, round head, brow ridges. It's a Bigfoot.
It's basically a Bigfoot, the
Yeah.
Yalta Yeti.
Let's see.
Mechany.
Yeah, I was saying it right.
Yeah, you got it.
According to Siri.
That wasn't Siri. That was like Siri's
Mechany.
grandma.
It's howtopronounce.com.
Mechany.
Mechany.
It is most seen. It's seen most frequently in August. Apparently, it follows seasonal migrational paths. It is said to knock on windows to announce its presence. It is also said to hate dogs.
Researcher Maya Baikova twice observed Mechany outside a remote hunting cabin. She had traveled to the area after meeting a young Mansi man. That's a fancy Mansi man. Whose family had regularly encountered a large wild man near their hunting lodge since the 1940s. Knocked on the cabin,
Said
watching him, dog barking. Dog disappeared and was found the next morning. Its skull crushed and body ripped apart. It sounds like our old friend from the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Titty
Robert.
cat?
No.
I'm Freddie Mercury.
pulled the whole
Oh my god.
I'm Freddie Mercury now.
Kevin just pulled his whole mic stand out of its holder.
You know, I just went to raise it up a little bit, just pulled the whole thing out. So
You gotta loosen that screw. And
Well,
you gotta
now-
make sure that the whole thing is in there before you tighten it.
but I did.
Apparently not.
Dude, that's all the. Okay, I'm done. I'm done for the day.
The fucking screw fell out. That's fucking
I'm
awesome.
good. Everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. Just gonna, you know.
From Mount St.
Truman,
Helens?
Harry.
Harry Truman?
Harry.
Stupid
Title.
old
How could I
man.
forget that? I titled that episode. Yeah.
Harry and the
And
Harry
for
Man?
all these
Where
years,
are you going? That was your thing.
Where are you?
I'm so hairy. I watched you in your shop, fapping away.
I knocked on your window just to say that I was here, but you didn't show.
All I know, if there's not
I
a
threw
picture
you
with
in a
that guy
cave.
holding a McDonald's Coca-Cola cup, it's not a real picture. It's not authenticated if that guy's not holding a McDonald's Coca-Cola cup.
It's not
So
Harry Truman.
No.
It's not.
So I
Um,
threw boulders on your house.
Well, I'm glad that we found a cryptid for Ukraine. Thank you, Manny.
Yeah.
Even though it's basically just fucking Bigfoot.
Hey, it's Bigfoot of
It's
the Ukraine.
Ukrainian Bigfoot.
So it's like
They're
even
cousins.
more badass. Than
They're
American
cousins.
Bigfoot.
Absolutely. I mean, like, let's just say that our Bigfoot might be Ukrainian, and somehow he caught a big wave with his, glacier-made surfboard, made it all the way across to our side, and he's just trying to find his way back to the Ukraine.
Yeah, whenever you meet him,
Because there's only one Bigfoot.
you ask him how he got here, and he was like, it was like, whoa. And it was like, and it was like, yeah, man.
You go up and you smack the lip like, wubba. And then you just get pitted, man, like so pitted.
And I
you
have
just get
no
in there
idea
like,
what either
"Whoa."
of you just said.
It's an old fucking
Dude, that video is like 12 years old
Yeah.
at this point.
Oh, that's.
It's a news
That was
interview with
taken
a surfer.
like 10 minutes away from where I used to live.
You remember the hatchet guy? And then wham! What? I don't remember what it is. I just remember the hatchet guy.
He runs up and he grabs one of them, man. Like a guy that big can snap a woman's neck like a pencil stick. So I fucking ran up behind him with a hatchet. Smash, smash, smash. Yeah.
I just remember the lady that was at her like apartment. And she's like, and I smelled smoke and I thought, who's barbecuing? And then I was like, that's not barbecue, that's a fire.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out, I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis.
And Jones barbecue and foot massage.
Jones barbecue and foot massage.
What I need is
Hoot Wireless.
I need a soundboard effect for like going into the subject. You know,
Yeah.
I can't be like
Robert.
on a frosty spring morning in 1986. I'm not sure that works. The world awoke to the worst nuclear disaster in history.
And this game is how many rockets can we put up Putin's ass? Excuse you.
Oh man, I'm filled with fucking sheetrock dust right now from cutting a wall down.
No mask?
No mask.
No mask.
No mask.
I had a face covering, a buff.
Wear a goddamn mask.
I know. There was rat turds in there too.
I know, it's like the worst fucking thing.
All right. On a frosty spring morning in 1986, the world awoke to the worst nuclear disaster in history. At 1 a.m.
Oh my god.
At 1 a.m. on April 25th, technicians began powering down reactor number 4 in what was supposed to be a routine test.
The poutine test?
Dude, poutine's good. I can go for some
I
poutine.
love poutine. The
Damn
reality,
you Canadians for naming something that's super close to someone we don't like right now.
the reality of the situation is that the administration feared a bombing to the power supply station nearby. For scientific reasons, the plant couldn't draw on its own power supply. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me
It's
why.
not like it's a nuclear facility or
I don't
anything.
fucking know. And given
There's not enough power.
given 1986,
Can't take any more, Captain.
We need more delirium crystals.
Need more crystals. Damn it, Jim.
given 1986 Soviet technology, the backup diesel generators. Words
They have
are
a
hard.
fucking nuclear plant, and they're like, you know what we need? We need more power. Put on the diesel generator in the back, Scotty.
Our nuclear reactor needs more diesel.
Clean energy. Clean.
That is good Zucker plate.
The generators took on a few moments to fully power on. The test was to see if the inertia of the reactor could hold until the generators. I don't know why that word is so fucking hard. The generators
The generator.
were able to power it. When stated this way, it's easy to see why it failed. Oh, and they had to kill the core's intercooling system.
This
For
was
the
the
test.
birth of hard base.
Also,
To make glory, you must first bring death.
it was at night when the less experienced technicians were on the job. Yeah, how could that go wrong?
There was
Sounds
like
like
a
a setup.
17-year-old guy listening to hard bass fucking techno. Fully in the reactor course.
Was it the freaking?
Oh yeah, I love Madonna.
Just in the back.
Give me a man after midnight.
Like a virgin, touch butter. What? What's going on? What's that smell?
What do you mean the nuclear reactor is being shit?
Igor, you
well-
forgot to turn the water on.
Oh, I'm sorry, master.
What the fuck? Well, it lost too much power. The rods were pulled, and eventually it did stabilize. Kind of. The decision was made
Yeah,
to continue the
right.
test. Despite all this, they continued, causing a power surge to rush through the core. An operator pressed the emergency shutdown switch, but it did nothing.
Except for create Surge Soda.
The first explosion of surge.
Now, for all of those wondering where Surge gets his lime green light hue,
It's made from the bodies of those who died.
You want to be able to see your skeleton when you go to bed?
Surge.
Yeah, when you turn the lights off and you're looking under your seats, you can see your skeleton. And it's all green.
I don't think you should do that.
Is it weird that my hair is falling out?
It's weird that my pee is
pasty?
red.
I can't see anymore, so when I pee, my pee is a little more gray than it usually is.
I don't know why people keep asking me to buy LED lights for my toilet. Like when I pee, it glows.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Can you buy LED lights for your toilet?
Dude, you know what's really funny? They make like a literal target that it's like a crosshair that's made out of lights.
Are we talking about bidets when they see your butthole?
Kind of. No, but
Oh,
it's,
for peeing.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's
for
like a pee
for like a
game.
dude. So like for like little kids, usually they're like, yeah, when they get up in the
Oh,
middle
like
of the night and they go
piss
to
training.
piss, they just piss all over the place. So they make a freaking target that shines into the bowl so that kids know where.
I don't know if I was like beyond my years or what, but when I was a kid, I aimed for the center, and the goal was to see how much foam I can make in the toilet.
Yeah.
And I was convinced if I held my pee long enough and drank enough water, I could fill the toilet bowl until the toilet flushed itself.
I just need somebody to
I thought it was
create-
like a life hack. I was like, dude, I can. I tried for years, and then I'm
I
still
just
trying.
need somebody to create like a holographic overlay in the toilet of like duck hunt. So like when you're peeing, there'd be like a little duck that flew across the toilet.
Can you imagine being at a bar
Yeah.
and all the urinals had duck hunt in them, and all the guys are just standing like a foot away from them, just like, oh, just like hitting each other? Like,
Here's the crazy part. There is a place. It's gonna blow your mind right now. There is a place called Eddie World. It's like less than a couple of miles away from Calico
I've never like
in California.
I don't like places named after cats.
But you go to Eddie World. You need to take a piss. You go over to the bathroom. You stand inside. You see the urinal. You get there. You're looking at the wall. There's a TV screen, and it asks you what game you want to play. You play with your piss. I'm not even kidding. This is a real thing. I played a skiing game while I was peeing there.
You imagine how amazing bathrooms would be if they had the clown, like super soaker balloon, like where
Pop the balloon.
yeah, where you like pee into the clown's mouth and a little balloon like fills up, and like your goal to like get a free beer
Yeah,
would
but
be
that
like
balloon's gonna pop.
Right.
No, but have you not been like at a carnival?
Oh yeah, the water doesn't come out of them.
Yeah, so like the goal is to get that balloon to pop, and if you peed long enough to pop the
pop
balloon,
it,
you get like
beer.
a free beer.
That would be
But instead of
awesome.
a clown, it's the face of Putin.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like that one place that I went to that the urinal is like trough style, so it's just like basically. But they
Put the fucking ice in it.
well, dude, what they did was they legit made that whole like area where you pee the Berlin Wall. Like it was an actual slab of the Berlin Wall.
Fuck yeah, that's
They put it
metal,
on
dude.
there and you pee on it, and it just goes down the front of the Berlin Wall into the trough.
I have
It's
never
pretty
seen
cool.
anything more ghetto in a urinal than when I went to a carnival festival in Mexico, and they had, instead of portable urinals, they had some sort of trailer. So you would go into this trailer. It was a men's room urinal, and it was literally a trailer with a trough urinal in it. The trailer was sitting at like a 15-degree incline.
Mm-hmm.
So when you peed, you would see all the urine like go to one side. But like, I'm like, what the fuck is the point? Because as soon as you like stepped out of the urinal and you were leaving, you would walk past the back side of that trailer, and it was just pee coming out of the urinal onto the fucking street, going to the drain, like local sewer drain in the street. I'm like, what the fuck is the point of the urinal then?
Yeah, it should just be a group of guys standing around the sewer drain taking a piss.
But I was like, that's the most ghetto shit.
All right, so the first explosion, to be quickly followed by at least one more, blows the 1,000-ton roof right off the reactor and shoots a fireball high into the night sky. A blackout roils the plant as air fills with dust and graphite chunks, and radiation begins spewing out. Walls and equipment collapse, and dozens of fires start up, including one on top of the neighboring reactor. Despite all evidence to the contrary, the nuclear engineer in charge of the tests insists that reactor number 4 is still intact.
It looks good, Johnny.
He later dies of radiation poisoning, as do many others.
Did he look out the window at all?
Did you know there's also a very rare form of fungus that's growing in Chernobyl right now that literally feeds off of radiation?
I mean, it has to be rare.
It's supposedly like
It's eating it's actually getting rid of it.
Yeah,
it's actually
cleaning
eating it.
Fucking nature overcomes, man.
And it's just it's a wonder. It's a wonder.
From this point, cleanup and evac begins. Of course, it wasn't done properly in the least. Remember the whole Soviet Union thing I mentioned before?
Yeah, cleanup was like brooms and sweeps.
Yeah, and like
cleanup was just, I'll get to it tomorrow, and they just don't come back.
The sad reality
with
is
a garden hose just walking down
the water displacement technician.
the sad reality is the cleanup was mostly spraying down the dust to keep it wet, stuck to the ground, so people wouldn't breathe it in, which is a good technique. The other one was killing all animals within like a 10-mile radius, including people's pet dogs that they had to leave in Pripyat. The official death toll is as follows. 2 workers died on site of the explosion. 1 died later in the hospital. 28 operators and firemen died within the following months due to the accident. That's 31. Russia wants the rest of the world to believe that 31 people died from the largest nuclear disaster the world has ever seen. And I say Russia and not Ukraine because back then it was
Soviet Russia.
Yeah. I guess we're just going to ignore the hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals who
Were later diagnosed.
Yeah, who died of cancer over the past 30 years since it happened. But that's not why we're here today. We want to talk about the high strangeness prefacing and following the disaster. So let's get into it. The first one I want to talk about, I'll take this one real quick, is of the Blackbird. So at the start of April 1986, the people living and working at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant located near Pripyat, in the former Soviet Union, as we mentioned, began to experience a series of strange events. Sightings of a creature described as a large black bird-like creature or headless man with a 20-foot wingspan and red eyes began to be reported by workers of the power plant. The creature would later become known as the Blackbird of Chernobyl. People...
Why was that German?
Why'd you say
Chernobyl.
it like that?
Why German? Like what?
After I say a word like 3 times...
He almost sounded like Dr. Evil. Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
1 trillion dollars.
People who witnessed the Blackbird soon started to experience horrific nightmares. threatening phone calls, and some had first-hand encounters with the winged beast. Reports of this strange happening continue to increase. I lost my spot.
Nice.
Continue to increase until the morning of April 26th, 1986. Does this sound familiar to either of you at all?
Sounds like a guy dressed up as Mothman making prank calls.
Pretty much. Most commonly accepted theory suggests that the blackbird of Chernobyl may have been the same creature, dubbed the Mothman, that terrorized the population of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, leading up to the collapse of the Silver Bridge on December 15th, 1968.
He is just so radioactive that when he sits on bitches.
For anyone that doesn't know the history of the Mothman beyond what I just said, he is allegedly a Behringer. Is that the right word? He's a bringer of, or
he's an omen.
He's a bad omen, yeah, to something, a natural disaster or a man-made disaster that's about to happen. He's been seen at a lot of different things, and there's kind of a cult following behind him for the sightings in Point Pleasant. A great book on the Mothman that I recommend is The Mothman Prophecies by John Keel. Fucking phenomenal book.
He really dropped the ball in Chernobyl. Came in late.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I see it. I'm here. Am I too late?
It's a long flight.
Oh, damn it. I missed the big flashy part that I like. The part where it gets really, really bright. You know what I'm talking about?
Do one of you want to read the next thing, or do you want me to continue?
Yes.
Sure.
Fuck
I got
off.
it. I got it. Let's see how my ADHD holds up here.
And your Russian accent, if you want to. This one has a pretty long quote in it.
I might morph into Russian as I go through it. So.
Do
A winter soldier.
Yeah. It was.
All right. No, Russian, not Dracula.
It's close enough. Ukraine. Transylvania. Is there like a
I don't say blah, blah, blah.
Your mother wear army boots. In 1997, physicist Andrei Korsakov, like the gun? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go with that.
Claimed that he had been poking around the perimeter of the gutted remains of Reactor 4. One morning, taking radiation readings when he had a bizarre experience he would not soon forget. He would say of what happened thus. That is a weird way of putting that, but sure.
I thought so too, but I didn't write it. I stole it. So
I was going to say that was not you.
that was thus. It was not to me.
I arrived at the abandoned power station at 7:30 a.m. I proceeded directly to the Reactor 4 sarcophagus where the explosion took place. I could not enter. Due to the radiation, I stood by the entrance, taking radiation and reotigen readings, but I could very distinctly hear what the fuck is going on with my computer.
Sticky kiss.
Oh, is that you? That's what it is.
How does it feel, asshole?
Great.
I'll be sitting here reading, and I'll see this little green marker go jumping all across what I'm reading, and I know it's him over there on his going.
I'm following, dude.
He's following with me. So I was just waiting until he started reading. I'm like,
Guess what, motherfucker? You
I was like,
stupid
Campfire Tales
motherfuckers.
is nowhere on this paper. Anyways, he could very distinctly hear the sound of someone screaming for help, which was pretty close to boiling grease. Shouting that there was a fire inside. I ran upstairs to tell someone, but they said that when I entered the reactor control room, I was the first person to open the door in 3 years. The only way to get inside the old reactor was through the doors I came through. If someone had gone inside the reactor when I was not looking, they would have tripped an alarm that goes off when the reactor door is opened mechanically. The reactor door was inside. Sure.
Where else would it be? That's the real question.
It requires a password and a handprint.
That is the password.
He continues, yet someone or something was inside. Later that evening, as we were eating dinner, not entering dinner.
Oh, I mean, it's the same thing.
I mean, dinner,
it was
this
entering.
is Soviet Russia. Dinner enter you.
Later that evening, when they were eating dinner outside of the building by the river next to the plant, a floodlight turned on in the room of the installation. There was no way anyone could be inside. As we ate, we figured that there was a power surge or something. Then, just as my colleagues said, the light turned off.
What?
When the Destination Truth team went into the area wearing protective garments, they claimed that they encountered some bizarre phenomenon indeed, such as spotting multiple unidentified figures moving about the rubble in anomalous thermal images of humanoid entities lurking in and near the Reactor 4.
Humanoid and titties.
In titties. Even though at the time no one else should have been there. There was also EVP readings and strange noises heard during the excursion.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean that's weird. He was hearing screaming coming from within the reactor core.
The screaming within.
I just have to say, I feel like a horrible reader right now. Like this is, I don't know. It's just fucking.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Difficult. I can't see any of the commas or anything on my screen. It's so
Shit.
fucking bright.
Yeah, no, I think you did good. We were just
Step on your foot, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Step on it.
we were just heavily distracted by kitty cats.
Laughing
Kitty cats being
and,
cute and playing with
Tandon
each other.
trying to assert dominance and
I might be
Dumb
blind,
way.
but I'm in charge.
like, guess what? I could still kick your ass, and I can't even see
You hear them? They say I'm their mascot.
Yeah,
You want to take this one?
yeah, I can get this one. No big deal. It's just
This one's a little weird.
tiny letters from my face.
What happened to the
turn your phone
fucking
sideways.
laptop I gave you?
I told him once that he didn't need it, so
And now
doesn't use
he's
it.
just fucking put it away like it wasn't part of the thing.
Well, I can always just pull it back out right now.
Nah.
You can literally fold it in half and hold it like a goddamn book.
I could.
It's like the thing in your hands, but way bigger.
All right. According to the website Vice, in aftermath of the disaster, a group of survivors, along with some scientists and engineers, made their way to a tiny rock island at the southernmost point of Europe of Greece called Gavdos. Gavdos. Gavados. I don't know. I'm just.
That's the Modelo's low brand. Gavdos.
Gavdos. In order to start anew, and according to some reports, to pursue life everlasting, in addition to living a simple life off the land, the ragtag group of refugees are said to be involved with pursuing experiments and research to immortality within makeshift laboratories, as well as use of ancient secrets, mystical, esoteric practices, and magical philosophies to help them along their quest. Who they got from the wizard. And they have erected a temple on the island called Temple of Apollo. One Norwegian documentary filmer named God bless you, has studied the strange group of inhabitants and said of them, many urban legends surrounded this group.
Sorry, but God bless you. His
Yorgos.
last name is Mustakis.
I can't.
Yorgos.
Mustakis.
I do not know how to
It's
pronounce
just such a
that.
great last name. It's like
Mustakis.
Yorgos.
Takis, dude. He's got Takis for a name.
Mustakis.
He's very hot.
Yorgos.
Very spicy, very hot.
Yorgos Mustakis.
I like the purple.
Is that how you order fucking a hamburger with like mustard and mayonnaise? In Russia?
Mustak.
Can I get a Yorgos Mustakis with cheese?
Yorgos Mustakis with the large fries and jalapeno poppers.
Okay. Many urban legends surround this group. Some thought that they came to this island to get cured from radiation. Others were saying that they are spies working for the KGB or CIA. I don't know why I had to do it that way.
You should have said
made it better.
the kebab in the Sia.
Working on a top secret program. Nice. It's the next Five Nights at Freddy's. Most of these stories were told by people who had already met them and seen their constructions around the island that they made for the wizard that I previously
They
mentioned.
erected something for the
They
wizard.
erected for the wizard. Okay, that's all I got. There was no wizard. I'm just being stupid. Sorry.
I just want to make a temple and just call it the temple.
Just not even the
Just to confuse everyone.
Just
Temple.
temple.
Yeah.
Just temple.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just temple.
as
It's not
simple as
temple of Apollo, not temple of Sardinia. Not
Just temple.
the temple of the gods. No, this is temple.
Just temple.
Where were you baptized?
What do you worship? We worship the temple.
We worship temple.
Well, what is the temple? No,
Just temple.
We are all temple.
We are temple.
What is this temple for?
Shut up, I show you. Take my hand, I tell you. The temple consists of 8 chambers.
If you spin the dial, your worship will be decided upon you.
Your fate is decided for you. You have no say.
Now come on down.
Now come take a spin of the wheel of temple. Oh, you died.
You owe me 5,000 shillings.
That's 30 lashes.
Oh, this is going to be bad. I shouldn't have this thing. In the days leading up to the explosion at the nuclear plant, there were several sightings of UFOs in the vicinity, including a group of eyewitnesses who claimed to have seen a mysterious object in the sky above the area for a full 6 hours. One of these UFO witnesses, a Mikhail Veretsky, would say one thing such... Okay, would say one... Say...
Whoa.
See, that's funny. I nail the name and then I fuck up the sentence right after it.
Would say one of such sightings.
Would say of...
literally over here with my hand over my face because I'm just you nailed the name and it was like watching someone like slightly trip but like they're running forward and they're just stumbling
They
forever
almost
and
have
ever
it. They
and
almost have it. Oh, he's
He
gone.
just had a
and then
small
he
seizure.
eats shit at the end, you know.
Would say of one such hiding. I and other people from my team went to the site of the blast last night. We saw...
At night.
God damn it. I was going to let that one go.
I couldn't let it slide. I'm sorry.
You heard me, I was holding it. And I thought of it too. Like, damn it.
I and other people from my team went to the site of the blast at night. Better.
At night.
We saw a ball of fire, and it was slowly...
Goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire.
All right, stop. That's the last one. And it was slowly flying in the sky. I think the ball was 6 or 8 meters in diameter.
That's what she said.
Then we saw 2 rays of crimson light stretching towards the 4th unit. The object was some 300 meters from the reactor. The event lasted for about 3 minutes. The lights of the object went out and it flew away into the northwestern direction. Some witnesses have claimed that they have seen mysterious unidentified objects in the sky immediately preceding the disaster. And one Jerry Washington, which is a weird name for a Russian, has explained that other rather credible professionals saw weird things going on as well, saying,
I offer.
I offer. I offer. I offer this excerpt from Dr. Vladimir V. Rubzov's lectures as published in MUFON's 1994 Symposium Proceedings.
We're horrible at
I was about to
this.
say, pick
Fuck.
up the bottle. There it is. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Wet your whistle a little bit. All right. Get this shit.
Do that.
You guys shake it out a little.
Brown cooter.
Bulbous bouffant.
The way of the future.
There you go.
The teeth, the tongue, the lips, and the taint. About 1 month before the Chernobyl disaster, I had a talk with an air traffic controller of the Kharkov airport.
There we go.
He told me that, according to the pilot's report, there was a rising number of UFO observations in the area of the Chernobyl nuclear power station. Later, it became known that on the night of the fire in the power station, some 3 hours after the explosion, a team of nuclear scientists saw in the sky over the station a fiery ball of the color of brass.
Are we just going to forget about the Chisnips?
The what?
The Chisnips?
Oh, because I cut that out.
Yeah.
I decided not to read the CHNPS, which is the abbreviation of Chernobyl Nuclear Power Station.
Which will forever
Yeah.
be known as the Chisnips.
The cheese nips. All right.
Nips.
Witnesses estimated its diameter as 6 to 8 meters and its distance from the burning nuclear reactor number 4 as some 300 meters. Just before the observation, the specialists measured the level of radiation in the place where they were standing. It was measured at 3,000 milliroentgens per hour. That's the word that you were having trouble with earlier.
Millirotogens.
Milliroentgens.
Millerotens.
Yeah.
Cheese nips. Suddenly, 2 bright rays of crimson color extended from the ball to the reactor. This lasted for some 3 minutes. The rays abruptly faded and the ball slowly floated away in a northwesterly direction towards Belarusia. Then we again looked at our radiation monitor. It displayed only 800 milliroentgens per hour. Yeah. So that's that thing. UFOs, cheese nips, Roentgens.
Dude, I can remember the
meters.
first time I had cheese nips.
Really?
Yeah.
I
that's when
remember
they
the
started
first
doing the
time I got
Nickelodeon shapes.
Millirotogens.
They did Nickelodeon shapes, and I remember like Cat Dog being one of those.
Caught in the middle with a middle cat dog. Cat dog. Cat dog. Caught in the middle with a little cat dog. Love that show.
It's on Paramount Plus.
Hell yeah.
The Mutants?
Cat Dog. Dude, 800 cat dogs.
Let's look at mutations.
Yay!
Take it, Manny.
Let's go for it.
Let's see how this plays out here.
You got this. You just heard how Keegan read. I think you're okay.
Fuck.
Fuck you.
You're welcome.
What's it with me over here?
I keep
That's all it was. You're just distracting me.
I was just like waving my little feet because my feet don't touch the floor because I'm on a work stool. And I keep touching the edge of your foot. I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's Keegan's
It's
foot.
a Keegan.
It's Keegan's
It's a slipper.
It's Keegan's
Keegan
little
brought his
piggy.
house slippers this
He's
week.
touching his little piggies with my toes.
Go ahead, Manny.
This little piggy went to market.
This little piggy came out with me.
This little piggy touched me.
Show this piggy on the little piggy where that piggy touched you.
This little piggy filed a domestic dispute.
And this little piggy's got the paperwork to get you a lot of money.
This little piggy saw a lawyer.
This little piggy is a
All right.
lawyer.
I think we're going far now on that one.
So Piggy is taking fentanyl and his name's Michael.
This little piggy's now in jail, getting the same thing he dished out.
This little piggy dropped the soap.
This little piggy's name was Bubba.
Bubba asked you gonna finish that cornbread?
Oh my god!
You better say no. You gonna give him the
I didn't know
cornbread?
anyone else. I didn't know anyone else quoted that movie. I fucking love that movie.
Is that why you got so
Finish that
excited?
cornbread. Yeah.
You gonna finish your cornbread?
I was like, I gotta finish the cornbread. Give me fucking cornbread.
But you gotta say it like he says it though. He just looks down, just like, you gonna finish your cornbread? You gotta have like that death glare.
This is my
And
cornbread.
You pop your upper lip like he does when he gets to Ed, because he doesn't do the D. Is cornbread.
That movie is 25 to life. Or no, it's just life. That movie is life.
Great.
God,
movie.
that's a good movie.
Great movie. Love it. Whenever there's an awkward situation, I literally quote that, you go and finish your cornbread, and then people just start laughing.
While we're friends, we quote obscure movies.
Yes.
Very, very obscure. There is a small group of people that are like, I got that right away.
Cornbread, yeah. I remember that.
Got it.
I remember that from 1998.
I like how there's a theme
7 years
running
old.
with obscure quotes of movies as we film these podcasts.
Yeah.
You gonna finish your cornbread?
All right.
I'll finish my cornbread.
All right.
Mutations.
Mutants.
Mutants. Rat engines. Cheese nips.
Piggies.
Dunkaroos.
Okay, that was the last one.
All right. Hit it.
Kool-Aid jammers.
Oh, yeah.
Surge.
Many reports of deformed and strange beasts near Chernobyl can be found all over the internet, indicating that radiation has severe effects on animal population. To be sure, some severe mutations were seen right after the accident. A piglet with strange appendages.
Misshapen.
Mishappened.
This happened.
That says mishappened, sir.
I may have spelled it wrong, okay?
Or mishappened.
Misshapen.
Misshapen. Misshapen appendages.
The original article said the piglet in the photo above. And I was like,
No.
well, I mean, it has some misshapen appendages, so I'll just go with that.
A
Misshapen,
piglet
is that what you call
with
it now?
strange misshapen appendages and odd snout suffered from
I
diphthus
cleaned that up real well.
and is on display at the Ukrainian National Chernobyl Museum. It was born near the site of the explosion.
You don't say.
Contemporary animals, however, are typically okay. Even though their internal radiation their internal radiation levels are higher than most. They do not suffer significant genetic mutagens, though some species have issues. For instance, some birds have developed smaller brains than they already have.
I just don't like birds.
And then
so
some
that's
rodents
fine.
have decreased litters and do not live as long. However, overall, animal populations seem to be doing better now than they were when humans were farming there before. According to a 2016 report, some species are actually increasing within the exclusion zone. Yet scientists continue to debate what long-term effects of exposure will be for the animals that live there.
Zombie cheetahs. Do they have cheetahs in Ukraine?
No.
Zombie bears.
Bro, yeah. Yeah.
Three-eyed fish.
And then there's the no-eye Tannen who just made it in.
Our mascot.
Welcome to the podcast,
Welcome, buddy.
Tannen.
Welcome to Chernobyl.
He's going to sniff my table.
He smell everything.
He's going to listen to us talk now.
All you need to know when entering the exclusion zone is the more beeps, the faster you run.
The more beeps, the more creeps.
With Ukraine now back in the news with this week's events, we thought we would dive into a very Ukraine subject. The common thought is that Chernobyl is in Russia, but alas, it is Ukraine's temperamental child to watch over. Many believe the disaster to be the beginning of the end for the Soviets, with the world already turning their noses up to them. Then they essentially caused this disaster. As of the time of this writing, Russia has invaded and seized parts of Ukraine in an odd effort to regain control of the country. One of the obtained sites is, in fact, Chernobyl. Outside of the concerns over environmental impacts of this, such as fires being started, releasing radioactive particles into the atmosphere, there seems to also be a concern of such a site falling into the wrong hands, and maybe any creatures that they may have left behind.
And remember, campers, don't go wandering too far from the campfire. There are things in the woods watching you, waiting for you to come into the dark.
Okay.
That was a good session.
Yeah.
It was.
It was a lot different than what we've done before.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it was good.
Hey. Taco time. God, I could go for some fucking crispy bean burritos right